The Negro Leagues are so important because it's a valuable piece of baseball altogether. Baseball is now a worldwide sport, and without having the Negro Leagues, you're missing a very valuable piece of that.
It gave just the opportunity for people of color, from any background of color, to just play in professional baseball and at the highest level. Without that, I wouldn't be here. There's a lot of athletes that wouldn't be here as well, so it's as simple as that.
Till the creation of the Negro Leagues, baseball was obviously predominantly a sport for white Caucasians, and I don't think it had a lot of popularity outside of that demographic. So the creation and the establishment of the Negro Leagues gave black communities something to cheer for, not only to enjoy themselves at the game, but escape the discrimination that they face day in, day out.
It's important to acknowledge in the past times that black people weren't allowed to play in the MLB. Just goes to showcase the talent that was there to be acknowledged. Even though they weren't allowed, they still went out and played and made the most of it.
Now to baseball history changing forever. Starting today, the MLB will officially incorporate Negro League statistics into the record books.
A lot of times you see with the Negro Leagues, they tried to discount a lot of the stuff that they were doing, the stats, the numbers and stuff like that. So now that they are applying it to the MLB, that's great.
It's definitely really significant because no matter your color or where you're from or anything like that, if you play the game at a high level and you accumulate the stats, I think that those stats should be awarded towards your name and, whatever you bring to the table.
I think it's important it's really a scale to see who's really the best, and we can put all the stats from all the leagues together and just compare all of them.
Jackie Robinson, he was the first guy who broke the barrier, so he definitely means a lot to me.
There was a lot of guys before him, but he's the one who kind of went through the grid and had to kind of deal with everything, with the media and being around people and just kind of being that experimental figure in sport.
Satchel Paige, absolutely. He didn't get his opportunity to play in the major leagues until the latter end of his career. I wish he would have gotten his opportunity sooner when he was in his prime to show everybody what he could do. But fans of the game know who he is, and something that's really cool too is the MLB The Show. They have the Negro League players in there now too. So not only my generation being exposed to those players now too, but the younger generation of players coming up now, which I think is really important for kids of my background to learn and be able to see faces like themselves who paved the way for them to idolize the heroes that they like now in the big leagues.
You don't really get a chance to play with other black players, to say the least. A lot of teams I've been on, it's only been me, or it's just been one other. So just the atmosphere we have here is just fun. We get a chance to kind of be ourselves and be authentic.
It's like playing with a lot of your brothers and sisters. It's not that kind of we just teammates kind of thing. It's more like, hey, we got a connection. We can relate on a lot of different levels that other players and stuff can't relate to.
It's dope, to be honest with you. I've never been on a team with this many African American players ever, my entire life to this point ever. So just having the culture we have here, it's dope, and everyone in the clubhouse gets along. It's a great environment. It couldn't be any better. I just smile every time I think about it, man. It's awesome.
Representation matters. Having black kids come out and see someone that looks like them makes them want to play baseball. We have football and basketball, obviously. A lot of black people play it, but it's not as many black baseball players, so the representation matters.
There's not many of us, so I make sure that my head's always on straight because I am representing something that there isn't many of us to represent, so I make sure that I'm always on my P's and Q's and I'm just representing the black baseball culture well.
We always get pushed out, I feel like, and it's always fun to see somebody else that looks like us that can do the same thing. I just say if you can see somebody else do it, you can do it too.
If you genuinely enjoy something, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. I think with my own journey, that's been it. I genuinely love playing baseball. I think the other stuff kind of just, I didn't think about it because my love for the game like kind of kept the extent. So I say like keep working, and you know, if you enjoy something, like do it. If you kind of pave your own way and do your own thing, like you'll be happy with what you see.
It doesn't matter what you look like. I think that is hard growing up. There are a lot of great African American players playing the game today. Just looking up to those guys that you believe in can really make a difference.
There's like a lot of black kids when we were younger, we get pushed more to football, basketball, because baseball is an expensive sport. So a lot of times we don't really stick with it. So I feel like the amount of black players that are starting to come into the game is it's a testament to the Negro Leagues for one, but just the players that have come before, even before me.
Don't ever look at it like, hey, there's not that many black players out there that are playing. It's more about, hey, what can I do? I can bring more attention. So if you start playing, then other players are gonna start playing. So then you have like how we have it now, where we have a bunch of black players on our team. So I say don't look at it as like, hey, there's not that many. Just look at it at the impact that you can make on the game. Just don't let it stop you. Just keep it going. Because obviously you get to certain levels, like we have a lot here, so like just can't let it stop you. You got to keep it going, even when it gets tough, and just stick it out, especially if you love playing.
Work hard, follow your dreams. The only person that can stop you is yourself. You never know who's watching, so just keep going hard at it.
If you want to play ball, that's all that matters. You're always, no matter what, going to run into some adversity. It's going to happen, but it can never stop you.